Alright guys, today, tonight it is, I just wanted to have a little fun. I had a question asked me, thanks Nick, about why GST paid on an item, you just divide it by 11. And I tried to work it out on the board, it took me by surprise a little bit, and I almost got there, but now I've sat down, spent 20 minutes trying to work it out. And to be honest, it's been around 15 years since I've used this kind of math, so apologies if I couldn't get it straight away, but I've worked it out now and I wanted to show it to you. This is not going to help you in your exercises. This is just a little fun, and that's what my life's become now, getting fun out of doing maths. But at least I can give you an explanation if you're interested. So we have the formula: selling price is the cost and profit plus the GST. Okay? But we know that the GST, so over up here, GST is the cost and profit divided by 10. Why is that? Because the GST is 10% of the value of the item, 10% of the cost plus profit. What is another way of finding 10% of something? Dividing it by 10. A tenth of something is the same as 10% of it. So that really helps us, because that translates to this formula again: selling price is equal to cost plus profit plus GST. That allows us to convert the GST to a variable we already got, which is the cost plus profit in brackets. Plus, we have just said that the GST is also equal to cost plus profit divided by 10. So having that substitution there gives us access to some algebra we can do to prove why you divide by 11. So the next step is going to be, we want to move things all to one side. There's a division here, so we're doing reverse BEDMAS, so we want to get rid of this. This cost plus profit bracket is being added to this term, so we want to get rid of it. What is the opposite of adding this bracket? It's going to be taking it. So this left side is going to be selling price minus cost plus profit. So we got rid of this by minusing it, but to balance it we have to minus it from the other side. So we've dealt with that left side is equal to, and yes, we got rid of this by minusing cost plus profit, so all we've got left on this right side is cost plus profit over 10. Alright, 10 is dividing this whole side. We want to get rid of that from this side, so what's 10 going to do? What is the opposite of dividing something by 10? We're going to times by 10. So this left side is going to be 10 all times by, not 10 all times by, selling price minus cost plus profit all times by 10. So this side is really going to go into brackets and be multiplied by 10. Cost plus profit equals, and what did we get rid of? We got rid of this by timesing by 10. So you'll have cost plus profit left on this side. I'll leave the bracket there because visually it's helpful. I forgot a bracket there. So now we get back to, your year 8 algebra, expanding the items, expanding the brackets. So 10 is going to times by that, and 10 is going to times by that. So you're going to get 10 times selling price negative 10 cost plus profit. And you still have cost plus profit on this side. Okay, and now it's difficult to see because we have written words here, but you could just as easily replace that by x. that could be X as well. They represent the same thing. It's cost plus profit in brackets. So using algebra, because, for example, negative, if it was represented as algebra, it would be like that. 10 selling price. If I want to get all the x's to one side, I could move this to get the x's all onto that side. So what is the opposite of taking 10x? Well, it's adding 10x. So 10 selling price equals, by adding 10x you would cancel the negative 10x there, but you'd have to balance it on the other side, so it would be x plus 10x. So you've got 10 selling price equals, how many x's do I have here? 1x plus 10 x's. Now if you're confused by where the x comes from, remember I just replaced cost plus profit and represented it as an x just to make it easy to write, but you could have just as easily written it as 10 selling, take 10 cost and profit, I'm shortening the words because it's not going to fit, equals cost and profit. And then if I have minus 10 cost plus profits on one side, how do I cancel that? By adding 10 cost plus profits on the left hand side, and to balance it you'd have to add 10 cost plus profits on the other side. So you'd have cost plus profit plus 10 cost plus profits. And how many cost plus profits would you have? There'd be 11 cost plus profits. Alright. And then what do we have here? I want to get selling by itself. Selling is being multiplied by 10. Let me shift that down. Selling is being multiplied by 10. What is the opposite of multiplying something by 10? It's dividing by 10. So we divide both sides by 10. And so you would have selling equals 11 cost plus profit all over 10. And then because of the properties of fractions, let's say, well, let's use an example close to this. If I had 11 times by 1/10, the answer is going to be 11 tenths. That property carries onto there, onto this side, because having that property means that we actually have, we can expand it, okay? We can expand it to mean 11 times cost plus profit over 10, which is the same as saying 11 times by cost plus profit over 10. And this is the last step. What did we say cost plus profit over 10 was? Cost plus profit over 10, what you're saying is this. We earlier said was the GST. Cost plus profit over 10 is the GST. Cost plus profit over 10 is again the GST. So it can be substituted. Selling equals 11. Oh, that's not 11. Erase. Selling is equal to 11 times by GST. Therefore, selling divided by 11 is equal to the GST, which is what it said in the book. So hopefully that solves everything. Well, you guys probably weren't even thinking about that, but that was a little bit of fun. And hopefully that makes sense of why you divide by 11 to get the GST.